Hello, welcome to a video where I'm going to be batching content, which is just a fancy way of saying I'm going to, in advance, attempt to kind of create visual content for me, specifically Instagram, to not feel like I'm constantly scrambling when I want to post something, because I told myself I was going to be more structured in my social media usage, and that's what brought us here. I personally am largely focusing on the visual aspect just for this video, also just because I am not really the best at like the writing caption half of it. So I thought I would just kind of like briefly show me making some of the content, kind of showing you somewhat how I like edited, organized, out exported, and then ultimately pre-planned them for social media. I will, spoiler alert, say I did not like fully schedule 30 days worth of content, but I did at least capture close to that and sort of explain why I'm setting it up the way I am. This is just for me personally. This is just for my personal Instagram page, where I kind of post about a little bit of everything, and it's just kind of something I'm testing out, trying to be more organized. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. This was just me kind of playing around with it, and I'd love to kind of work on this system more, so enjoy the video. I know this isn't perfect because you can see the legs, but this is what we got for now. So, my head is already hurting. So I feel like I wrote out a good bit of ideas. Some do require projects to happen. But my page is kind of a mix of everything. So there's like some cooking, things of that nature. But a lot of it is just like ideas where I was like, oh, let's photograph my art closet, some art books I really enjoy, some of my tools, and I'm right here is already 18 concepts. Not that all of them can be done right now, but it's 18 concepts for 30 days. You know? We would do like projects I meant to do, or projects I meant to complete, or anything like that. Cutting to the sort of organizing of Instagram, this was, quite frankly, this would be the time where if you were smart, you would set up exactly where you want things to lay. I essentially did that, but then didn't follow this plan whatsoever for scheduling, so maybe do that, or it depends on how much you have a plan, how much you need to stick to a structure. You absolutely at this point could just decide when you want things to sit and sort of build them out like that, and that way you can easily export them and upload them. I personally was just doing this more than anything to be able to tell how much filler did I have, how much actual like artwork did I have, how much of like certain categories did I have, how many of them were going to be carousels, how many of them were going to be single photos, and I was trying to decide like if I should be making changes here. So this kind of just depends on how you work, how like your brain works, basically what's easiest for you. This truly was just kind of me messing around, seeing what photos fit together, kind of making sure no colors were like absolutely out of like nowhere, or that an image didn't make sense. Like I think I cut certain images that just didn't make sense as much as I thought they would. Not to say I'll never post them, but just with this thought process here, I kind of wasn't loving them as much maybe. So that's the fun of that, because then I made a whole new document to export them, just because I didn't set up that first one very well. So if you know that you're going to be setting up a specific layout, I would just sort of like build a bunch of artboards. Or I know, like, I'm not sure the limitations of Canva, but I know sometimes Canva will let you set stuff up like that. So it kind of depends on whatever applications you have accessible to you. But I ended up setting up a whole nother document just to export them, because I set it up in kind of a dumb way. Export as. I'm going to do final, the fun thing of making. I'm gonna do like numbers, I think, just because I don't have a schedule. Like I'm not gonna be like normally if I would do this for client work and we know like if I'm doing a week's worth of content, it'll be like Tuesday, or like Tuesday 1, Tuesday 2 if it's like a carousel, or it would just be like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then maybe have like a heading of what it is, like if it's category of content, if it's like the whole week's series, something like that. But these, just because it's for me, I'm gonna literally just do a number, and if it has a carousel image or could have a carousel image, then I will do like B, then I'll put a letter. That's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. I really was like, I'm gonna have fun and like do graphics, and now I just like want to go to bed. Oops. I don't really want pastel. I have a habit of going into which is it? Oh, I like going into food and doing ice cream, and they're all so fun, but they never really work with what I'm working with. How is that an ice cream color? Oh, I guess chocolate? I don't know, it's a bit odd. Just a bit odd. I'm gonna give it a little bit more green so it's not so pastel-y. Yeah? Yeah, I think so. It's not the worst. What if it's just, ooh, yeah, for sure. All right, hello, I really did a horrible job explaining anything in this video, so here I am doing it all again. Hi, welcome. So to round this out, I was really going back and forth on what I was going to use to plan them, to like officially pre-schedule them, if you will. And there are a bunch of kind of popular third-party services. Some are free, some you have to pay for, some have varying levels of free and paying services. I've tried a various amount of them. over the years, and both personally and professionally, and have never really been a fan of them. A lot of them you had to give authorization at the time of posting, just with how Instagram works. Like, it wouldn't just post, you had to like go in and be like, yes, please post, which is fine. Like, it just like got annoying, you know. I really am someone who wanted to like post and then kind of like be able to walk away from it, you know, which sure, whatever you think of that is fine. But just with how I wanted to be able to utilize it. So within Googling, I located something that Facebook created, which Facebook purchased Instagram. I don't know when, but a while ago. And they have a business creator studio platform, if you will, that as long as your Instagram page is a business account and is connected to a Facebook page, you can use this service. And it's basically meant to just pre-plan your content. You can dual post to both Facebook and Instagram. So especially if you utilize a Facebook page, I think you shouldn't be like anywhere else. I feel like this is the place. And so I've been using it now because I filmed all of this a while ago. And so I've been using it off and on now for a few weeks, and I think it's decent. I think it kind of cuts out the like needing to authorize, because they just post it without you, like as soon as you schedule it, like it's gonna post, no questions. It can show you stats. It can show you stats on your stories. It can show you like everything. Like I said, I can dual post to either Facebook or Instagram, which I know I'm talking a lot about Instagram, but you can also use this to just post to Facebook if that's what you want. It'd be really easy to set that all up. You can set up IGTVs, reels, or just like a short video, photos, carousels. You can organize them in different ways. Apparently there's like forms of like handling your monetization on here. I didn't look into that. I don't utilize that, so I can't really speak on that. The only thing that like really bothers me, which if you've used Hootsuite or Later, and maybe even, what is it, like Planoly? I don't know if that's how you say it. All of these, in my opinion, had really good visual layouts and click and drag ability, as in like, I know in Later, it literally shows you your grid, like your past like 6 posts on your page and what you're putting in as a draft or a pre-scheduled photo. You could lay it out and see exactly what it was going to look like on your Instagram page. And you could click and drag and be like, I don't really want that. And you could like mess around with just the visual layout, which I know I technically did in that Illustrator file, but as I explained, I wasn't really keeping to it. But that would be the way around the fact that this doesn't have almost any visual assistance. It just has all of your photos kind of laid out in a list, whether it's unpublished, all of them, story. It shows just everything in a list format, which is fine for like looking at either like metrics or just kind of seeing what you have saved. Like, I just put everything in drafts, and then I make them like saved for later when I want to actually like use them. But especially my filler content, I just have kind of like an unpublished list that I can just grab from really quick and pop them in there. But like, there's a calendar format, and it doesn't do anything besides just show you that like you're posting an Instagram post at like this time, but there's no visual aspect of it, which I think is very odd, to not even show the photo you're going to be posting. You have to click on each individual thing and look at it to like edit it to see what photo it is. And that's the only thing right now that I'm like, that should really be changed. Like, that was so nice about all the other platforms I've ever used, and to be granted, I haven't used them in a while, but that's the thing I remember sticking out as like so helpful about those. And this just doesn't have that. So you would absolutely need to have something else to reference off of to know when you're posting everything. Which, if that's already how you work with things, if you need to like share assets throughout a team, that's not the worst thing. It's just kind of annoying. Even Canva has, if I think it's the premium, you can schedule content or at least lay it out, and it shows you visually when you're what you're posting that day. I'm pretty sure. So it's just not the most helpful in that sense, but it is totally free. As of right now, I don't see anything like a plan to make it not free. It's a little weird just because, in my opinion, it's not as smooth as all the other platforms I've used. But like I said, as long as you have a business account and it's linked to a Facebook page, which I just made a Facebook page for mine, but I'm not using it for anything, you can use it. And I'm not hating it. It really nicely sits on a computer. I will be honest, I haven't even tried it on a phone. I don't know if it has like an app or anything. But it's nice enough on a computer, nice enough to write out things and kind of check it all there. And that's kind of my whole opinion of it at the moment. I don't really have a lot more to go off of. I think it does the trick. Do I wish it was better? Yes, but I think it does the trick. So I'm going to leave that there. Hopefully that kind of made sense. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like me to make any more things along this line in the future, I could try. I could definitely try to better document my content making if that's of interest at all. It is just kind of me awkwardly throwing a camera around going, does this look good? But I'd be more than happy to document it in the future if that's of interest to you. If there's anything else you want me to try out, please let me know. If not, you can follow me on Instagram at ShelbyLynn where I post this content you are seeing. Most of it's probably already been posted. But yeah, I'd be happy to chat over there as well. So thank you again, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.